Hey, Mike! Hey, Mike, it's me, Dan! Hey, buddy! Happy 50th! Here you're turning 50, Mike! Just wanted you to know, wanted you to welcome you into the 50s from somebody who's been there. Yep, I know what it's all about, Mike. You're gonna love your 50s. Of course, there are a few things that come with it, Mike, that you really should know about. Like, for instance, you start losing your hair where you want it, and it starts growing in places where you don't want it, Mike. And there's other things that happen in your 50s, Mike, that you ought to know about. Like, you're going to be getting lots of exercise in the middle of the night, Mike, when you're going to the bathroom with a prostate the size of a football. And, oh yeah, you start losing your hearing, Mike. Yeah, it happens all of a sudden after you hit 50. You start losing your hearing. Suddenly, you're turning the volume up on the TV because you can't hear anything. And you're trying to strain to hear it, and then all of a sudden it comes blasting back like you know tomorrow. It's horrible, Mike. But I just thought I'd warn you of a few of these things that are coming up, because, well, you're there now, Michael. You're in your 50s. Oh, I wish I could be there. I so much wanted to be there, Michael. I wanted to wish you a happy 50th, but unfortunately, I just couldn't do it. But I wanted to send you a video message and wish you a happy birthday. And one of the things that I wanted to do was to look back at the life of Michael Messmer. That's what I really wanted to do. But I couldn't figure out how to do it, Michael, because, I mean, after all, I really don't know about the life of Michael Messmer. So how do I do it? What do I do? That's the question. And I kept thinking about it, Michael. I kept thinking and thinking, what do I do? How do I do it? I just kept thinking and thinking, what should I do? How should I do it? Is there a possible way to do it? What could I possibly do?
Oh, damn, now what am I gonna do?
Why don't you just make something up?
That's a good idea.
It all started in May of 1962. Mike may be slow at a lot of things, but one thing he was always good at was swimming. His stroke could not be matched, some say, and Mike could always be found out in front. When he has his mind set on something, nothing's gonna stop him. Here we see a young Mike sitting on the lap of a man whose hair looks a lot like Mike's will soon. "It's my first Bible," Michael says proudly at his first communion. "I snuck it out of the church when no one was looking." The other 9 commandments were broken shortly thereafter. At the age of 10, Mikey was thrilled to finally be allowed to pose in a picture with his siblings. Moments before, Dan drew the short straw and wound up sitting next to him. It was immediately after this photo was taken that Michael realized he lost his bow tie. It only delayed Bill's wedding 3 hours. "I found this dead fish on the bank of the river myself," said Mike. "The only thing Dan did was put it on the hook for me. I did the rest myself." It's Easter morning, 1976, and a confused Mike gets out of bed in his long johns to look for eggs. "We're all proud of you, Mike," says Dan, after Mike successfully tied his shoes and buttoned the shirt without mismatching any of the buttons to their holes. Soon after, Mike attended a 3-week course on how to successfully eat with a fork. With his table etiquette skills firmly mastered, Mike is ready to pass himself off as an adult. Here we see him blending in with his older siblings at Carol's wedding and vowing to match his brother's facial hair. Michael, as the godfather, promises his sister-in-law Janice that if anyone disrespects his goddaughter Anna, they will find themselves asleep with the fishes. 12 years later, Anna was suspicious that her uncle had something to do with her boyfriend falling asleep at a Red Lobster. After Mike's first alcoholic binge, he paid a visit to his sister Susie. Trying to put a good face on the situation, she held him up for this photograph. 3 seconds later, Mike's seat was firmly planted in the pot behind them. Many people are not aware that Mike was one of the original zombies in Zombies vs. Humans. This photo was taken moments before he was rushed to the emergency room after accidentally stabbing himself. Being the good son that he is, Mike made many trips out to Western PA to visit the family, inspiring that country western hit song, "How Can We Miss You If You Won't Stay Away?" These people have no idea who Mike is, have never met him, and are wondering why they're appearing in this video. Finally, living up to the facial hair pledge. Unfortunately, after 50, Mike, you lose the hair where you want it and it starts growing where you don't. This is one of the last photos of Michael as youth group advisor. The church council relieved him of his duties after finding out that Mike would often have the group pose for a picture on random cars that belonged to people he didn't like. Here, a bewildered David watches as his dad takes one to the head from a church men's group member after tasting Mike's recipe for possum belly dumplings, a little something he learned from watching the Beverly Hillbillies. Honest, officer, it's just coffee. Here's to 50 more years, Mike.
Well, that's about it, Michael. Just wanted to review the old life, as it were, and wish you a happy birthday. Oh, that's right. Lori wanted to wish you a happy birthday, too. Lori, hon, come on in, hon. Michael's here. We're here to wish him a happy birthday. Come on in, hon.
Mike.
Oh, happy
Mike.
birthday, Mike. Happy birthday. Just wanted to wish you a happy 50th. You're in the 50s now, Michael. You're in the 50s. Happy birthday, bud.
Happy birthday.